Hello, Virgo and cross watchers. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Welcome to Natural Healing Tarot. Today we are going to look at your advice tarot reading for the month of January. Thank you guys so much for joining in. If you find the messages helpful or that it resonates with your situation, please feel free to like the video or comment below. Also, if you would like future messages, you are more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. Everyone is always welcome, and I upload messages daily. So, Virgo. Let's see what we can see for you guys. Also, guys, please keep in mind the messages on YouTube are general. They're not going to resonate every time with every person. It's really about the title. If there's something in the title that resonates, there's most likely something in the message. Okay, feel free to check out your other signs within your birth chart to see if you're familiar with astrology. You're probably familiar with the fact that there's different houses occupy different signs, all that fun stuff. If you're interested in checking out your birth chart and you don't have that information, I do have a website linked below. There is no affiliation. It's Astro Cafe. It's a well-known website, but they basically map your birth chart for free. They give you a whole personality description. It's kind of actually a really useful tool. So if you don't know that information, you're more than welcome to check that out. The link is below in the description box. Also, guys, I do a drawing here every month for a free personal reading. If it's something that you're wanting to get entered into, feel free to comment your astrological sign below. And last but certainly not least, Virgo, pull a power thought card at the end of every message. So if the message resonates or something in the message resonates, it's helpful to stay until the end. It just gives it that little positive boost. And I do always find how the cards, even in different decks, they just flow together. So without further ado, let's get into your reading here, Virgo. We have Honesty, High Priestess of Water, and Invisible. So, Virgo, you may very well be dealing with a water sign, okay, because we have High Priestess of Water. This card also symbolizes change, okay, things changing in your life. I feel like there is a lot of things that are changing, obviously, right now, but these changes are in the form of you stepping back from a situation and looking at this situation very practically, very honestly with yourself. And just don't sugarcoat, don't look at it with rose-colored glasses. You need to get clear, because I feel like there's some sadness, there's some pain, there's some hurt that has gone on, and that's why you're taking a step back from a situation. I feel like this is something that you don't want to do, or you're having a hard time struggling with. So let's get some clarification here. But I do get the sense here, Virgo, that the reason why there's a need to get clear and get clear on how you're feeling about the situation and why, get clear on where this pain is coming from, because I feel like there's going to be an opportunity that's going to present itself soon within this month or two, where you're going to be able to have some open and honest communication with this person about why you're in the position that you're in right now. Okay, so let's take a look here, Virgo, and see. It's an important message for Virgo Spirit. What does Virgo need to see for the month of January, for the advice they could use to help carry them forward? So what you're going through right now is very heavy. Okay, it's not easy to make it through. One thing about heavy loads, though, is there's definitely something that needs to be learned within the situation. This sadness, this pain. I also feel like there may be an opportunity in the future, Virgo, that you're going to be able to teach somebody, help somebody out of a predicament that's similar to this one that you're in right now. What's to embrace? Okay, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is symbolizing self-care, self-love, self-healing, mainly self-care. This is also your energy, Virgo. This is the Queen of Pentacles is your energy. Okay. This card also symbolizes consciousness, coming into that higher state of consciousness, which is ultimately just awareness, right? Being aware. I do feel like the advice moving forward, the Knight of Pentacles, okay? This tells me that there's going to be a need for communication. But ultimately here, Virgo, there's going to be a need for you to focus on yourself, focus on your goals, your pursuit in life, what's going to make you happy, not everybody else. The Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, it kind of is, it's like this grounded, very earth energy, very stable, very caring, very nurturing. But if you look in this card, the Knight, he's ready. He's off. Okay? He's on his way, on his pursuit to the next adventure. I feel like you're still holding on to something, okay, that's no longer serving you. And I feel like what the reading here is getting at, Virgo, is there's a need to let this go. Okay, there's a need to put these swords down. The Five of Swords here present in the what to release. There's a battle that you're waging. If you look in this card, the guys standing around the fire fighting, it looks like everybody else is left. I feel like that's kind of where you are right now. All these other people have gone off and continued their pursuit, and you're here in this place in time waging this battle, holding on to this grudge, holding on to this resentment. What needs to happen here, Virgo, is acceptance. Okay, acceptance of how the situation is right now, acceptance of your part that you've played leading up to the situation, right? I feel like the focus here, the main point coming across in this reading, Virgo, is self-care, self-love, acceptance, taming this inner beast. The Strength card, taming the inner beast, but you know that it's like self-mastery. It's like the beginning stages of self-mastery, you know, learning, you know, what triggers you, what calms you down, learning yourself truly inside and out, both the good parts and the bad parts, right? That's why acceptance, self-mastery, that's what that symbolizes, is acceptance of both the positive and negative aspects of yourself. Everybody has good and bad parts in them, or not so likable parts, we'll say. Don't beat yourself up over that. I do feel like the lesson here that needs to be learned, Virgo, is you have gone overboard in caring for others, and that's a beautiful thing. Now, what Spirit is asking of you is to turn that focus around into yourself, okay? It's time to heal yourself. It's time to care for yourself. It's time to accept the parts, that you weren't ready. And no, maybe this other person wasn't ready to. Maybe you guys are meant to be together. And maybe you guys just weren't ready. Whatever the case here is, this time frame now, Virgo, is to mend this broken heart, which is going to come from putting these swords down and focusing on yourself. I'm going to do an extended reading. Okay, if that's something that you guys are interested in, I always link it below in the description box. I want to take a look at this person that you're walking away from. I'm going to see what their position is. We do have the Lovers card on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this very well could be a soulmate connection. It could also be a Gemini that you're dealing with. Okay, a Gemini or a Leo. But I do feel here, Virgo, there's a need to mend this hurt within you, okay? Once you mend this hurt, once you go through this self-mastery, self-acceptance, do a little bit of self-discovery, okay? Go through some Eckhart Tolle videos and some Teal Swan, some different self-mastery videos that help you revealing your belief systems and healing your inner child and doing the inner work of healing traumas, heartache. You can even just type in mending a broken heart, and I'm sure you'll find stuff. But what really needs to happen here is a real conscious awareness of this healing process, okay? So what I would suggest you do first is maybe make a timeline of the past year, 3 years, or 5 years, however long this relationship was, and look at it practically. Look at the good times, reminisce on the good times, sit in those feelings for a little bit, and then very practically look at the negative situations within that relationship as well. That's going to give you a clue on where you're going to need to focus your healing process. But before you and this person can come together and truly have this soulmate, twin flame, spiritual union, you're going to have to mend this broken heart. And yes, this person may have added to it, but I feel like it's deeper than that, Virgo. Okay? So we'll take a look at the person that you're moving away from, what their position is, what they're coming across as. We're going to take a couple cards for the outcome or where this is headed. We'll also pull out the Psychic Tarot, the guidance cards, So if it's something you're interested in, the link will be below in the description box. Let's get this Power Thought card out here for you, Virgo. Really feel like a hug. I want to hug you. Hug through the screen. It's okay. Everybody goes through this process if they've been in a serious relationship that's ended. I myself had to heal myself from being with a person for a third of my life. And it took several years to mend, and there's still things that kind of remind me of that person, and I'm like, well, why is that coming up? But it's the process. You know, you let go. A person can let go 1,000 times before they actually are completely healed, and that's okay. This person meant a lot to you, so it's okay for you to feel that way. So, the Power Thought card, Virgo, for you is, it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. I am not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care. I constantly have new insights and new ways of looking at my world. I am willing to change and grow. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. So, Virgo, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing the content. And I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.